So welcome back, players and trainers. It's your boy, the Blazin Squid, and all haters of Squid Nation. You guys are welcome as well. If you guessed it, you guessed it right. It's another episode of Squid Ocean. You know, squidish, oceanic, Titanic, anything, anic, whatever. Hey guys, if you got your SS and tickets, please, let me see those before you jump on. So yeah, if you guys did not know, we've been hyping it up for about a week now. We are up against Arthur. It's exciting. As mentioned last season, that was his first season. We beat Arthur 4-1, so we won, and then we faced off in the semifinals for playoffs, and he beat me 4-0. Okay, we beat him 4-0, and he beat us 4-0. So basically, we're 1-1, 4-0, 4-0. Differentials of 4 cancel each other out. So we're basically 1-1-0-0. So we need a tiebreaker. This might be our tiebreaker in case we don't face off in playoffs. If we face off in playoffs, we'll see what happens. When that time comes, we'll prep for that. If it comes, if it doesn't, I'll feel a little bit safer, and I'll be able to sleep at night because this guy does not let me sleep at night. That's how scary he is. So yeah, his team actually, let me kind of go over that real quick. So his roster consists of Magirna. He just traded his Chiron Black to Jesse for Larias, so it's a nice addition to his team. So Magirna, Larias, Volcanic, Delmise, Landorus Eye, Mega Metachan, Umbreon, Miltank, Crobat, Pukumuku, and Smeargle. So some stally Pokemons, some really offensive mons. It's a mix of both worlds. Not too hyper offensive fast, except for like Crobat at 130. But after that, it just comes down to like Landorus Eye really at 101, and then Miltank, Metachan, and whatnot. So it's not too scary when it comes to speed tiers, but it is a very scary team. This team is 5-2, 5 solid wins. Like when I mean solid, I mean like solid, like 5-0s or 4-0s, like really good matches. Props to Arthur for that. Like when he preps very well, and my slight miscalculations are the only factors that ever take into this. But when he brings a good team, he brings a good team. So my team is going to be consisting of Gardevoir. We are going to be bringing creative sets now that we did clinch a playoff spot. Who's excited for that? I'm excited for that. Everyone else is still fighting for their spot. Some people are less worried than others because they're only about a win or 2 away, and we do have about 3 games left. Well, not counting this week, but if you win this week, then you feel a little more safe. But there's another 3 battles left. 3 more weeks, 3 solid weeks. Just try to get those win, guys. Let's push through. But we are going to be carrying the Gardevoir this week. Moonblast, Sidekick, Destiny Bond, Future Sight, holding Choice Specs, Modest, and Trace. Trace really just if I can trace something good, I don't know, Synchronize or Unaware. I really don't know what I want to sync. But, oh, Water Absorb from Volcanic. That's what I want to trace in case I can predict that and take that water move or whatnot. I do also have I'm really gonna spam Moonblast all day. I have enough speed to outspeed a timid Smeargle, because that's like his fastest because Gardevoir is base 80, so yeah. And then I'm not gonna outspeed like Crobat, Miltank, Mega Metachan, Landorus Eye. Miltank maybe if he's not running a fully offensive set, like a really speedy set, but I don't think so. So then after that comes down to like really just his Smeargle at 75, and then like yeah, Pukumuku at 5, and Umbreon at 65, and Delmise at 40, and Magirna at 65. So we'll outspeed all those good mons. Like, the Moonblast is gonna hurt. Like when I mean it's gonna hurt, it's gonna hurt. Gardevoir is 252 in special attack. I believe I slapped its other. Let's see real quick. I slapped 28 into special defense and 228 into its speed tier. So special defense is going to be kind of bulky enough to take some hits. Moonblast is going to hurt. Like when I ran my calcs, it does 35 to a 40% to Magirna. So that's a lot to a resisted bulky Magearna. If it's an assault vest, we're talking about a different environment overall, but we will get that information and we'll be able to counter it as long as we go through the game. We'll figure it out. But yeah, and Future Sight, I've always wanted to run some Future Sight. Like, just run it, and then eventually it's a 50-50 if it's gonna help me out or not. Like, if I Future Sight and then eventually it's gonna be like the third turn or the second turn it goes off in, and it's Umbreon versus if it's Umbreon versus Gardevoir and Umbreon's not carrying Protect, if I Moonblast, that's gonna hurt like a lot. Or if I can force him out and then he kind of knows in the back of his head that Future Sight is coming, it's gonna hurt. It really is. So next up is gonna be our boy Arcanine, man. Hey, if you guys didn't know, Arcanine is up there in the kill leaders. He's like in 3rd or 4th place. I think he's 4th place. Like, that's ridiculous, Arcanine. Like, bro, chill, man. But yeah, Arcanine, bro, bringing in that heat this week. Adamant, Intimidate, holding the Normal Z. Oh, Squid, why are you gonna hold the Normal Z for extreme speed? It's not for extreme speed. It's for how. Get your facts right, guys. Sheesh. What does that do? Some of you might ask. So how, basically raises your attack state by 1. So with the Z move, it'll raise it by 2. So it's basically a Swords Dance for Arcanine, and that is very scary. Very scary. Close combat for that Milk Tank, so if we get that +2, and if it's a fully defensive Milk Tank, bye-bye to Milk Tank, bye-bye to Umbreon, bye-bye to a lot of mons. Flare Blitz is going to do so much to Magearna. Extreme Speed, if we get that +2, it's going to put in a lot of work. I can see Arcanine putting in that work here, especially if we get some rocks up or something like that, and we can just kind of diminish his team little by little to a point where Arcanine can sweep. That would be great. So yeah, next up, it's 252 in attack, 196 in speed, and 60 into HP. Let's see what we got next. It says Heracross there, but I don't think it's Heracross yet. Mamoswine. Mamoswine. It's gonna be the Oblivious set this week. Jolly holding the Life Orb. Stealth Rocks, Earthquake, Toxic, and Ice Shard. Toxic, I mean, really just for the Pukumuku, really. I just want to Toxic it as soon as possible and kind of diminish it slowly but surely. Stealth Rock, because Rocks is going to be crucial this week. Kind of, Arthur likes to make switches when needed to. Like, he really does like to switch around when he feels he doesn't have the right footing to overtake the match yet. So he switches around when he needs to. So Stealth Rocks will make him think twice. Maybe if he doesn't bring Crobat, then oh shoot. Or like if he brings Dhelmise, then he's gonna be fearing the Icicle Crash. So we can kind of bluff that, which would be nice. But yeah, so then Stealth Rocks, Earthquake, Toxic, and the Ice Shards. Ice Shard really for Landorus. I think the Life Orb is what's gonna guarantee the Oko on the Landorus. If it doesn't have any bulk investment. Earthquake for Volcanion, Earthquake for the Magearna. I think Mamoswine is one of my key mods for this week, really, since Ice Shard buffs like Crobat, the Latias, now that it's no longer Kyurem, the Kyurem Black, which was Ice Dragon, so it's neutral, but like yeah, so Latias super effective, Landorus super effective, Earthquake super effective on Magearna, Volcanion. As long as these mods aren't Scarf, Crobat, the only mod that could really take it is a Thick Fat Milk Tank, which I am kind of expecting to be coming, and be Thick Fat as well to take those hits. Ice Shard is pretty good on Dhelmise. I have not run the calcs. I should run the calcs and see. I'm not gonna run it now. We'll find out during the match if he brings it or whatnot. So yeah, let's see. Mammal is gonna be actually. It's 220 in speed, so Jolly. 252 attack, 32 in HP, and 4 in defense. That's about it for that. And who's next? This is going to be my special wall right here, because in case he does bring that Volcanion, I want to be able to eat hits. Volcanion is a very scary mon. It has Steam Eruption, Fire Blast, it gets Sludge Wave, it gets Earth Power, so like it has a very good move pool, and a move pool I really don't want to be faced against. And why is that adamant? I had to change that. So we're actually gonna be running it's, what's the nature on this? It's timid. Okay, so it's a timid, 60 into it, speed, 196 into its special defense, and 252 into HP. Just Calm Mind, Surf, Skill Swap, and Heal Bell. I know Arthur likes to bring some. I think Pukumuku's been running Toxic sometimes, so I want to be able to counter that. We do have Skill Swap to potentially Skill Swap with Volcanic, get the Water Absorb, or we can Skill Swap against. Let's say we get to +6 and he brings in Pukumuku, we'll be able to skill swap and go for a Surf, which would be great. Other than that, really, I don't know. But we get to +6, it's great. It's a great it's gonna be our great special wall. Just Heal Bell for the rest of the team. Calm Mind, Surf. It's like I said, if we get rid of like Pukumuku and we get rid of Volcanic, it's gonna put in work, like a lot of work. And when I mean a lot of work, I mean a lot of work. So yeah, I'm excited for this Magearna set, not Magearna, NFE set. Who else do we have? I gotta remember to change that. Heracross is gonna be Guts, close combat, knockoff, counter, Earthquake, holding that focus sash. Guts with 252 into its attack. It's actually Jolly. I had to change that as well. 252. I am very bad at reading my own sprites. I just realized. So 76 into its speed. Not 76. 76 into HP. 252 attack. Jolly nature. 180 into speed. Enough to outspeed that Smeargle once again. Just base 85 speed. Like, we can't outspeed too many things out there. But we outspeed a good amount of things. Close combat is gonna hit hard for it's a nice stab. The only mon that really resists are Crobat and Lando, but we do have the counter for the Crobat in case like it Brave Birds us, or we can knock off Lando potentially. I seen the Scarf Lando, so it would be nice to get rid of that Scarf and have our faster tier mons kind of outspeed, such as Crobat, which will be holding not Golbat, which will be holding the Choice Scarf, and we'll see now here. But other than that, I don't really have any fast tier mons actually. So, but knockoff is always good. Knockoff is good because this is kind of like his check would be Delmise. Like I would see Arthur already switching in Delmise. So if I can get a knockoff here, predicting that would be great. Get rid of whatever item it's holding, maybe an Aqua Berry or a Salt Vest. You know, all those kind of things. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be nice. Just really for the milk tank, get some huge damage off on Magearna. It's the focus sash that I gotta make sure no rocks, no hazards on my side. Guts, because if I can predict like a Toxic or something like that and just take that and boost my attack. Since Moxie is not really gonna be all that great, since the unaware Pukumuku is a thing, and other things such as I don't know, I really don't know. But yeah, it's gonna hit a Miltank card. Nobody really wants to take it. Like nobody really. It's gonna scare the Latias, potentially being the bug type it is, and Mangahorn. I don't think Latias really wants to take that. So yeah. And then last but not least, Golbat. It's Fatbat, Batman, whatever you want to call it. Holding Haze, Brave Bird, Toxic, and Defog. It's gonna be Choice Scarf, Infiltrator in case he just set up a substitute. It's gonna be rocking that Adamant nature with a 252 in attack and 188 into speed, with 68 into its HP. 188 in speed because that is just enough speed to outspeed Crobat. Like a fully Jolly Crobat will outspeed. I like this set like a lot because Brave Bird is doing like, if you don't resist it, it does about 50% to all his team. So like if his team is down to 50%, I can Brave Bird freely. Like it does 50 something to 50 to 60 to Landorus. So that's great information. It's gonna hit so hard. I don't think he's gonna see it coming. I've always ran like a bulky set for Golbat, but you know Golbat can also be offensive, and we're gonna show that it can be offensive, and it's gonna pull through a win for us here. But yeah, that's my team for this week for Arthur. I hope it works out. If it doesn't work out, we got our real tech coming up in playoffs, so I'm excited for that too. But right now, let's just focus on this match. But yeah, hey, if you're a player, hit that like button. If you're a trainer, hit that subscribe button. And you know, it's always the other way around, but whatever. And if you're a hater of Squid Nation, go buy a one-way ticket at a bus station or hit that dislike button. I really don't care about your feelings. You know, if this is your heart, just like all you Squid haters, bro. So yeah, you guys are amazing. Stay blazing. I'll catch you on the flip side of that 3DS. Peace, Squid out.